other than Pakistan, who do you see as formidable opponents?
Look, I think it's going to be a wonderful World Cup. There's 7 very, very good cricket teams. I mean, we've just seen the resurgence of a West Indian team as well. So I think there's 7 teams that can seriously win it. Seriously win it. I mean, Australia are a fantastic team, but I want to talk with my head and my heart. And my head says that England, India are obviously the favourites, so they will be. But then Pakistan and South Africa are the next 2 for me. So that'll be my top 4: India, England, Pakistan, and South Africa. Tough opponents, yeah. But for us, as I've said, this isn't so much about Australia. This is about us and those final couple of positions for the World Cup and the opportunities that it's created for a lot of our bench strength. Because you know, for us, we need to find who our next players are in every position. And if we can do that out of this series will be a success for us.
And Mickey, you know, in terms of the timing, of course this is happening just before the World Cup, as you said. You know, how important is it? You know, a lot of people were criticizing the board for the fact that they're back-to-back series, but there wasn't really a gap in which you could have had this at any other time.
No, there wasn't, and this was designed with the simple. When we sat and designed the series a long while ago, we designed it for the fact that we were going to test our bench strength. This just didn't happen. You know, there was planning that went into this. Sometimes people just think it's ad hoc. You know, that we just sort of make it up as we go. This has been planned so that we could test our bench strength. We could have a look at our final combinations. We know who our major players are going to the World Cup. We know that. This will sort out the final couple of places, and once we've finished here, then we go into some testing and some camps in Lahore. Late September, we go to England on the 23rd of September. We'll go to England then, a very, very settled squad, with a squad that knows exactly where it stands, what its roles are, etc. And we would have felt that we've done everything we possibly could to be the best possible prepared team at the World Cup.
Sharjah, who's just come off some good performances against India, and you've also got Nathan Lyon, who did well here. So what do you think about their players?
Australia are a fantastic side, you know, and they've sort of bubbled away. They've gone through their much publicised crisis. They've bubbled away, and they seem to be playing some really good cricket at the moment. You know, to come back from 2-0 down in India and to win that 3-2 was a fantastic achievement. And you know, they've got some fine players. You speak about Khawaja, who's in great nick. Nathan Lyon's bowled well. Pat Cummins is in good nick. They've got a couple of youngsters. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be rest and rotated through the series as well, because I know JL is in exactly the same position as we are going into that World Cup, that they need their major players firing. So I'm pretty sure they'll do that. But they're a wonderful cricket. There's no weak Australian cricket team ever. They're
season.
New season.
Yes, a new season. And how are the boys? Are they feeling refreshed, or does it feel like you guys just haven't been away and you live here now?
To be honest, it feels like we haven't been away. But it's a new squad, as I've said to the boys. This is a series of opportunity. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out there's a couple of positions available for the World Cup. There's some that are taken. There's probably 4 that we've got available. Inzi and I have discussed that. So this is an opportunity for these young players to put their hands up, some not so young, and try and make those places their own. Going into what will be a very exciting time in the World Cup.
Mickey, the obvious question, of course, lots of publicity over the fact that Sourav Ganguly said that if players are tired, they're international sportsmen and they should just learn how to refresh themselves, play as much as they can. How much do you think it applies to your captain, Sarfraz Ahmed?
No. Sarfraz, we think, needs rest, as do Baba Azam. You know, all the guys that are resting. You know, Hassan Ali, Shadab Khan. They're not machines. You know, I was telling the Australian boys that we've been in a hotel since the 12th of September. So for what we've got, we'd be stupid just to keep playing our guys. If we just keep playing our guys, they're going to get injured. They run a high risk of injury. They're also going to have fatigue. With what we've got ahead, we've got a series, obviously, in England, which is going to be perfect preparation for us going into a World Cup. We'd be silly not to use this month to rest our most valuable assets in what is the biggest challenge of all, the World Cup.